Good morning, everyone, and thanks once again for coming to the Ballarat Sports and Events Centre. It seems that we're trying to roll some activities out week on week, but that is part of the project and the brief for the City of Ballarat and for the State Government, that this is not only for the community but for everyone involved in having a legacy and seeing the benefits this facility will bring to the city and to the region. So I'd like to introduce firstly the member for Wendouree, Juliana Addison, representing the Minister for Sport, and also the Mayor of the City of Ballarat, Samantha McIntosh, for some great news to follow through. So thank you very much.
Terrific. Thank you very much, Peter. And I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land in which we gather and pay my respects to elders past and present. It's wonderful to be here with the Mayor of the City of Ballarat, Councillor Samantha McIntosh, the Chief Executive Officer of Basketball Ballarat Association, Mr. Peter Eddy. It is just terrific to be here. And I've been asked by the Honourable Martin Pakula, the Minister for Sport, to come and make this great announcement today. And it's so wonderful to be in this new Ballarat Sports and Entertainment Centre. Ballarat has scored a major basketball coup and will host the 2019 Australian Coaches Conference in October alongside the Under-14 National Club Basketball Championships for boys and girls. I'm proud that these important events are being supported by the Victorian Government's significant sporting events program. I would also like to acknowledge the City of Ballarat, thank you to the Mayor, and also Ballarat Basketball Association, thank you Peter Eddy, for their commitment and tireless work securing these events for Ballarat. The annual Basketball Coaching Conference has traditionally been held in Canberra, but this year it is heading to our city. More than 100 leading coaches from across the country will be joined by national and international performance and development experts. They'll explore new trends on how to get the best out of players. They'll run skills sessions and hold quality sessions to ensure consistent and high quality coaching. In the same week, during the school holidays from the 28th of September to the 5th of October, the Under-14 National Basketball Championships for boys and girls will be held right here at our state-of-the-art stadium. It will be the first major event to be held at this centre, which was developed thanks to $9 million of funding from the Victorian Government, along with contributions from the Federal Government and the City of Ballarat. These championships mark the return of the combined boys and girls event and will see around 490 athletes, 480 athletes, 190 coaches and support side, along as many, many proud family members here to support their young people playing basketball. More than 500 events have been funded through the Significant Sporting Events program alone, and half of these have been held in regional Victoria. Across Victoria, we are proud to have invested $850 million in community sport and active recreation since 2014. And it's so important in so many ways. The mental and physical health benefits of participation are obvious, but the financial and employment benefits are also significant. These upcoming events in Ballarat will provide a massive tourism boost for our economy and give us the chance to showcase our amazing new sports and events centre to coaches and players from around Australia. They will also provide an amazing opportunity for local coaches to learn from the best and for local players to see what it takes to be a national champion. I encourage everyone to visit the region between the 28th of September and the 5th of October and soak up all the exciting action. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
It's certainly wonderful to be here today with Juliana Addison, member for Wendouree, and also Peter Eddy from the Basketball and Events Centre. We've seen some great announcements, the second one today in the last 2 weeks. This says a great deal of confidence and commitment from state government, from local council and from federal government in the work and delivery that Peter and his team have been successful with already. It's wonderful to be back here again to be able to be part of this announcement of knowing that there will be this amazing coaches conference coming here to Ballarat. Already in the first couple of weeks, we know without any doubt that there's going to be enormous delivery. There'll be an enormous boost to our economy. We know that we've been doing a very good job in terms of event delivery and attracting people to Ballarat, but we also know that we need to attract those people to stay overnight. Looking at the stats with Peter and his team time and time again, we can see the benefits of these types of events building on that events community, building on our tourism opportunities, building on the development of business throughout Ballarat and beyond. We have talked about the postcode that uses this particular centre, and we know the broader regions will benefit enormously from the commitments that have been made by local, state and federal government. It's with great pride that I'm here today. I'm honoured to be part of this amazing facility and this announcement, and I congratulate again State Government, Juliana Addison, Peter Eddy, on bringing these wonderful opportunities to our city. It is about economic development. It is about the statistics that will make a great big difference to our very healthy and active community. Thank you.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. And look, just in closing, I suppose when we've looked at these events, we're very conscious of both diversity and getting a good balance of introduction to the new centre. So probably as you've come in today, you've seen University of the Third Age in a classroom environment. Yesterday I was here and privileged to sit in on a singing class. I didn't participate, but it was actually great to see U3A here conducting a singing class, just listening to music through the place. So it is it's a lot of pride in the diversity that will come with the venue. We're working very closely at the moment. Probably the next time we'll be encouraging people to come along. We're working very closely with the Ballarat City Council at the moment in regard to the active women's strategy for women and girls. We're also looking at opportunities that can come in that space in the near future. So as I often say, stay tuned because there's more to come. Thank you.
Can we ask you,
Yep.
Are you guys right that we just asked? Do you guys need to reframe or anything?
Just while the guys are doing that, anyone who didn't get a timetable for the conference, I've actually got one here to give you before you leave, just the nuts and bolts of it, so make sure you get one. And we now anticipate that we'll be over 300 attending that conference, given the quality of the people who have committed to attend as presenters. Yeah.
You're good? Awesome. Peter, do you want to take us through what this conference actually is and how important it is that we're holding it here?
Yeah, look, when we identified how we would open the venue, we were very conscious to look at education as well as participation. So one of the things that we see in Victoria, particularly in regional Victoria, is the need for well-intentioned male and female volunteers, coaches particularly, to have the chance to attend events at a national level. This event, as I said, has been in the AIS and the Centre of Excellence for the last 3 years. We worked hard with Basketball Australia to convince them that we deserved a chance to have it in Victoria, make it more affordable for the person in Victoria to actually come along and participate, given that the bulk of the national numbers playing basketball comes out of Victoria. So yeah, we see it as really important in that educational framework.
And so that's something that, the coaches here can come along to and learn from extensively.
Definitely. We're pushing very hard across the region, not just Ballarat, but across the region for coaches to come along, as well as there will be certainly coaches come from Australia-wide to attend this event, and they'll bring their families with them. So it'll be, an event that people come to not only to experience the conference, but also to experience the city. And that's one of the things that we work closely with Council to make sure that opportunity is there for return on investment for the community and for not only for this centre, but for the restaurants, the retail sector, hospitality around the city.
And Peter, does the fact that Ballarat's been selected for this coaches conference speak to the, high standard of basketball played in Ballarat?
I think it speaks to Basketball Australia's confidence in our events capacity, and that's not in any way saying we're not a high standard basketball. We're certainly having a very successful season in the NBL 1, but the bigger picture, I suppose, when we look at these events is around can we deliver the event? Can we actually represent Basketball Australia to the standard they want us to? And will we deliver a positive experience for everyone who comes? And I think that anyone who's been to a national event in Ballarat goes away with Ballarat firmly etched in their mind as a place to return to. And we take a lot of pride in having a very strong team led by Mark Valentine who runs the events market for us.
And you just touched on it before, but numbers for the event and how many people we're expecting?
Yeah, well, the under 14 event itself is 17,500 bed nights. It's a massive event. I mean, I don't think people appreciate 6 nights with that number of people here. You know, one day events are great. Anything that goes multi, that gets the accommodation sector and the sleepover sector engaged, is a massive thing. So when you actually factor in this event now, would be 18,000 plus bed nights, probably 19,000 in that space for this event. So it's certainly very significant.